Hi guys! So I did book talk on Night by Elie Wiesel, and for those of you who haven't read it, it's a book about his experience in Auschwitz during World War II, during the Holocaust. And it starts out with him and his whole family going through life normally, and soon they're moved into a ghetto. The neighborhood is turned into a ghetto, and then shortly after that they're moved into a concentration camp. They're separated. The men go a certain way and the women go another way. And so he is unsure if he's ever going to see his mother and his sisters again. So the rest of the book is just him and his father going through concentration camp, working and taking care of each other. And not only that, but it's really also about him struggling with his Jewish faith and struggling with his belief in God, because his whole family is a really religious Jewish family. And a lot of it talks about his uncertainty. Like, he questions God a lot. He asks, how could you let this happen? Why should I pray to you when you let this happen in the first place, and you, on top of that, aren't sending us any help? And he talks about this a lot through the book. He's watching a lot of his neighbors around him praying to God and wondering if he should be doing the same thing. But then again, why should he? Because God's deserted them. And so it's a good book for anyone who is unsure about their faith, or anyone who wants to know about the Holocaust, anybody who wants to know about World War II, or anybody who just wants a really quick, good read. It was 2 hours to read the whole thing. And I want to read a little excerpt out of it, like a paragraph, so you guys get a sense of how he writes and a sense of his true feelings during his experience. I watched the darkness fade through the bluish skylights in the roof. I no longer was afraid. I was overcome by fatigue. The absent no longer entered our thoughts. One spoke of them. Who knows what happened to them? But their fate was not on our minds. We were incapable of thinking. Our senses were numbed, everything fading into a fog. We no longer clung to anything. The instincts of self-preservation, of self-defense, of pride had all deserted us. In one terrifying moment of lucidity, I thought of us as damned souls wandering through the void, souls condemned to wander through space until the end of time, seeking redemption, seeking oblivion, without any hope of finding either. So in that, you really get to understand how he felt so abandoned by God, and how he felt abandoned by really everyone. There's nobody coming to their rescue, and he wonders, how could the people of the world know that this is happening and not help us? And the book ends with him and his father being liberated. The concentration camp is liberated by the Americans, and at the end you kind of get a sense that his faith has been restored. And he doesn't talk, unfortunately, about his mother or his sister at the end, which is something I was really wondering about. Does he find them? I don't know. So I guess that requires a little bit of extra research, but it's a really good book, and I recommend it to just about everyone. Thanks, guys.